So this is a game between myself and another Protoss named NickFury. And in this game, there isn't much conversation at the beginning. So we'll whip through most of this, and I'll show you what happened. It was, sorry, I'm still slightly sick. Oh, look, that's still not there. I guess I do need to add that in. Alright, I'll add that in next. I also lost my little banner that's down here. Note. So that's enough of a good luck. Have fun. And then apart from that, it's just business as usual. Except the interesting thing that happens here is he throws down a forge first. Meanwhile... yeah, we're building stuff. I'm not really going to focus too much on the game this time. Mostly because I think I've sort of been figuring out what I do recently. These are old games, which is why I'm slowly catching up to what I'm doing now. And I actually have started getting much better. I want to start counting. I want to start comparing my APM at the end of games just to see if there's any real difference there. This is a game from actually before some of the previous ones that I'd been casting, only because I couldn't find this one. I didn't name this one. I was too annoyed when I did this game because I was in a wretched mood, so I didn't name this game and I just left it. Usually I only name the ones that are interesting, so when I go back and do these Talk My Way to Bronze, then I can find the interesting ones. Meantime, so this one just fell by the wayside. So I went looking for it because I wanted to talk about the ones where I made friends with somebody. And I did make some friends and I had some really funny, hilarious conversations, but in this game, I did the opposite. So I'm kind of ashamed of it, mostly because it just annoyed me. So here I am, making an army, got a bit of one. Am I ahead? Yes. Only because what's happening is... oh, he's got his Twilight Council coming down. Is he working on... no, he's just got a Twilight Council. So it's around here that the game goes in the direction that it does. Now, when does he do that? That's not it. There it is. There's the Dark Shrine. This becomes his first unit that he deploys. Why did he make this? Why did he make a Twilight Council and a Forge if he's not going to do anything with them? He's not... I mean, usually you throw down the Twilight Council if you want to go to +2. Anyway, so he's making a Warp Prism, and his Dark Shrine's coming in. So his plan is to warp in, or is to drop me with Dark Templar, which he does. And it's annoying, and I hate that. Mostly because I'm usually ready for it. I try to have, see there I am, I'm building an Observer. Now I have that coming down. I have a Twilight Council as well. I have a Twilight Council, 3 gateways. 5 gateways. 5 gateways? 5 gateways. So there we go. I'm not going to do anything with my Twilight Council either. Meanwhile, there's his Warp Prism. He didn't put anything in it. And here I come. I'm coming up here. Got an Observer with me. Only 1 Observer. In fact, if you look at the Units tab, I have 2 Observers. Where's my second? My second is over here. Well, that's handy. So I did have 2, and I like to keep mine at my gate because I figure the DTs are going to come in through the front. No, he takes his Dark Templar through the other side. So here it comes. Drops in 4 Dark Templar. This is just plain awful. Look at the depth. Look at the carnage. Worker supply. I'm way ahead in worker supply. I'm on 2 base and he's on 1. So the thing is, he ruins this base. Unpowers all of this. So I warp in down here. I don't come all the way back from the front, which is good because I don't panic. And then I bring my little Observer over, which I had at the front, and then I somehow stay alive. not quite sure how. I'm still ahead in workers, which is interesting, and I'm ahead in army. So this Dark Templar thing, it worked, but it didn't destroy me. So we patch this in a bunch more. I still don't take him out. So they take out that base. While I'm doing this, if you notice on the top left, he's not actually producing anything while he's doing that. I'm still kind of doing bits and pieces, but I'm also not attacking quite as much as I should be. There I go. Now I attack. So while I attack, he's still taking out my facilities over here, and oh, there goes my Twilight Council. I'm just not paying all that much attention because I can't power my gateways. I got one gateway down there I can power. I'm making a ridiculous amount of money, but it's just not all that helpful to me. Here's a couple more that I've apparently totally forgotten about. So he comes in with Dark Templar at the front, and some of his cannons destroy my observer, so I get screwed there. So now the Dark Templar. So the Dark Templar seems to be working, except for the fact... Oh, it's him with the worker supply over me. But he's got all that on one base. I'm red. I keep forgetting which color I am. There I am. I'm red. So we're actually still kind of comparable, because I finally get in here with my observer, and I start taking them out. Again, we're just trying to get through this as fast as possible. I could pop it up to 8. In fact, I probably should. Alright. So the long story short is, he keeps up with the Dark Templar. The Dark Templar keep killing me because I keep forgetting to have observers and protection, which is kind of annoying because I should be on top of this. I remake my base, chase the warp prism out of there, got an observer with me, and a bunch of zealots. Other stuff on the way. No upgrades. That's awesome. Haven't taken him out yet. Except, oh, I did take out his forge. He has no upgrades either. So basically the only reason we have upgrades is in order to build cannons. Or at least that's the only reason we have a forge. So he finally expands. 20 minutes, he does a cross-position expand to the second, to one of the other main bases. There it is. Meanwhile, I come in again. Against his squishy Dark Templar, I bring an observer. He's got an observer as well. He chases me away a bit more. I'm not sure if he takes out my observer or not. Oh, this needs to go a lot faster. So he just kept fighting me back using the exact same tactics each time, just because I wasn't quite on top of things. I didn't have enough observers. There's his transfer of probes to the other side of the map. That's interesting. Meanwhile, I take a large army to take out the gold. Or the rocks blocking the gold. And now I'm starting up the gold expansion. So, with these units, I now come out. Wait for my observer. Yep, there we go. Need that. Need and want some more units. Go-see, 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 go-see. Almost have enough. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Now bear in mind, I was talking about a conversation game, but there is no conversation just yet. I'm going to take a sip of water while we wait here. There you go. I outnumber him at his front door. But bear in mind, I also have no idea about this upper expansion. Right? I do not know that is there. So I just think that I'm taking him out here. I'm trying to take him out here. Waiting for the reinforcement. There they are. And then... this is always a very nice feeling. I love destroying someone's base. Just razing it to the ground. You know, salt the earth. Just tearing it down to ashes. I enjoy that. I love it when a person doesn't quit, which makes what's about to happen even more ridiculous because it's the opposite of what I just said. There goes another observer because it walked into the cannon. He decides not to make Dark Templar on me this time, which probably would have stopped me once again, since I'm all out of detection once again. But I take out his Dark Templar. There we go. I'm finally extended Thermalance. Protoss ground weapons level 1 at 28 minutes is when I researched that. Meanwhile, he's cannoning in this happy little thing. So I think I'm doing pretty well. I'm not. Well, I am. I mean, I am mostly ahead. I'm ahead in worker supply and army supply. I think I'm ahead in bases. Now, once I finish this, I take out these two little things down here, then I start to worry because he hasn't been revealed. And I think, okay, what's going on? So I decide to go check out the basics. Yep, there I go. I sent my guys that way. No, he's not there. Apparently I'm depleting many mineral fields.
Upgrade complete.
I think I head out in two directions. No, he's not at this one. So, where is he? I don't check this back one for some reason. I'm really bad at searching. So here I go. I'm sending out a couple of zealots, and this zealot comes up this way. So I do find him. I actually find him in two places. I find his main, and I find this new expansion. So now I'm going to slow it down, because I just noticed he comes at me with this enormous Void Ray army. 8 of them. And I'm all, wasn't expecting that. This is the second unit he uses. Dark Templar at first, maybe a couple I'm not even counting the Stalkers, because that's just basic. Luckily, I decide not to panic with my Zealots, and I go right for his workers. So the Zealots take out the workers. Once those are done, the Zealots try to take out this, but I think he brings his little army over towards me. At this point I'm thinking to myself, you have no workers. I've cleared out your bases. I have a fair amount of units. You know, what now? So here I come. The problem is Colossus versus Void Ray. Not really the best. Whoa. That was... He went past me. Oh well. Colossus versus Nexus, however. That's a match I can win. So that base is gone. Now I bring over my Stalkers. I send... Oh wow, look at that. So I send my Colossus away from the Void Rays because I know they can't win. I didn't think I had this kind of presence of mind right now. So I send everyone else up here because he's got 13 workers to my 59. So, I mean, 13 workers. I have 3 bases. The game is over in my mind. So at this point, that's me taking him out. He's still in it. I know Total Biscuit says stay in it until the very end. Anything can happen. And yes, in Bronze, anything can happen. You never know. So finally, at this point, this is when I'm kind of annoyed. And I have a bad temper. I'll admit that. My temper gets the better of me far too often. And when my temper gets the better of me, stuff like this happens. There, look. He's rebuilding. Why not? Why shouldn't he rebuild? Because I don't have the amount of units. I don't have the number of units to take him out. He could still win with this many Void Rays if I don't manage things properly. So here he comes again. What do I have over here? What is that? Oh, it's a Zealot. One lonely Zealot with no kills. So he brings his Void Rays down this way. He's coming after me. For some reason I'm still trying to make Colossus, but for the most part, I've got a few Stalkers. So they go after my Immortal. Got a few of those. A few Stalkers. Taking out the Void Rays. Send the Colossus up ahead of me. So he finally GG's. There's the GG. Okay? So what do I do then? There I go. Mouthing off. He says GG, and my first response is thanks for the waste of time. Because I think, oh, it's 35 minutes in. And I think, I pretty much had this. In fact, that's what I say. Response. Excuse me? No, I mean, it's a little bit of attitude on both sides here, but you can expect that because it's, what do you mean? I just said good game. What do you want me to do? I reply with, I had this 20 minutes ago. Which, very, very arguable whether or not I had this 20 minutes ago. Had he got a few more Void Rays out, managed them maybe a bit better, come around the back, destroyed me from behind, that would have had me. So, I don't think I was right. This response, no, you didn't. Fair enough. I was wrong. I didn't have this 20 minutes ago. I have it now, just barely. So, this is when it gets kind of confusing. To me, at least. Because his defense is, oh, I expanded. Once. But the thing is, when he expanded, I killed his main, and then I stopped his second expansion, and he didn't do a thing to stop me. So, in my mind, I'm still right. Even though I feel like I had it, so. And then there's me with the sarcasm. It sure is, because at this point I'm now just getting all up on my high horse. It is an expansion. You're right. Isn't it? It is an expansion. And how'd it hold up? This is when I start trying to get the person to know. How's that expansion you got there working out for you? How's that? No, it doesn't look like it's doing too well, does it? Just fine. Just fine quest. So now he starts it with a sarcasm. Oh, it's fine. It's I have an expansion. Look, see my expanded base. There it is. It's expanded. So in his mind, that expansion worked out just fine. And then what's your problem? And my problem is, and I stayed the game ender. I'm just wondering why I'm still playing this win. I don't think that was a typo. I don't think I meant to say I'm still wondering why I'm playing. I'm wondering why I'm still playing this one. I'm wondering why I'm still playing this win. In my head, I was already counting that a win. This, I'm not going to say this poor guy, because he had a little bit of an attitude himself, but he basically came up against my impatience and my temper. And I can be quite a jerk. I can't.